Yes,
Governor,
Danson.
I think the word shortage itself signifies a negative, isn't it? Just like if you are calculating, you cannot say less and then you come and put in bracket again.
Shortage means? You say shortage itself signifies what?
It signifies a negative. It shows that there's a negative number.
Yeah.
So I think that is okay,
Yes.
isn't it?
It doesn't matter. If you want, you can start. You can do your formula here. You can say equals this minus that. If you are happy with a negative number, it gives you minus 1,300. Is that what you want?
Yes, that was what Francis was asking. If it will be okay to do it like this.
Is this what you want?
Mr. Foy, yeah, I was just
Hello.
asking if it's normal. Yeah, I was just asking if it's okay if you do it this way.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What
Okay,
is important
okay,
is the way you
yeah,
started. You first you have to calculate the number of hours that you
yeah,
require. The
okay,
number of hours that we require was what? 6,300 hours.
yeah,
We know the total hours that are available are 5,000. So you require 6,300. 5,000 is available. The shortfall is definitely 1,300. So
yeah,
for it to be negative or positive depends on how you start the formula.
yeah,
But
yeah,
naturally, if you have laid it out this way, it's going to be 6,300 minus 5,000. That gives you 1,300 shortage. So it doesn't matter whether you have it minus or positive. Okay.
I got that.
Right. Okay. So let's move, please. So that's 1,300 shortfall. So we move to the second step. We've already determined that we have a shortfall, and as such, there is a limiting factor. And we all agreed also that the limiting factor is the machine hours. Okay? The limiting factor is the machine hours. So now the next step should be we need to calculate our contribution per unit first, and then we calculate our contribution per machine hour, because machine hours are the limiting factor. Okay. So, but before we go ahead with step 2, let's just have this down. Okay. The above explains, I'm just going to type. Above explains that hours at present, hours at present are not sufficient hours at present are not sufficient to fulfill to fulfill just give me 1 second, please. Hello, okay, so let's continue. So the above explained that hours at present are not sufficient to fulfill demand for both fulfill demand for both products so we will have to develop so we will have to develop the optimal we will have to develop the optimal production plan. We will have to develop the optimal production plan using 5,000 hours. Using 5,000 hours, which maximizes profit. Okay, so this is what we have to. So I'm just going to format it so that it just fits here. I'm going to wrap it, and I'm going to merge cells so that it looks like this. So the above explains that the hours at present, yeah, because we had a shortfall, so it explains that the hours at present are not sufficient to fulfill demand for products. So we will have to develop the optimal production plan using 5,000 hours to maximize profit. Okay, is that clear, everybody? This is what we have been talking. I just want us to document it so that it sticks. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Governor,
Yes, Modu.
can you put their machine hours to be specific, because we also have labor hours?
Using 5,000 machine hours. Okay, excellent. We can say that. No problem. To qualify it more, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent, yes. 5,000 machine hours. Okay, so we go to our step 2. We go to our step 2. I hope you understand it so far. Please, if you don't understand it, let me know before I move. I'm here to consolidate your understanding. So please let me know if you don't understand it.
Mr. Fofana.
Yes.
Why did you consider the 5,000 machine hours available as the number of hours that would maximize profit? Looking at the two.
Yeah, because that's what is available. Unfortunately, unfortunately, you cannot do anything because you actually need more, but you don't have it. The machine, they cannot produce more than that. So now, the little you have, which is the 5,000, you have to make the best use of it. It's just a simple example. When if you need, let's say you need to organize a christening ceremony, a naming ceremony, for example, and you ask your wife to give you a budget, and the wife came up with 60,000 budget, okay? And you turn around and say, Madam, I don't have 60,000. I can afford only 20,000. So now you have to be careful with that 20,000, because you need to make sure whatever you do with that 20,000 is something that is tangible, because you need more than that amount. So you have to be prudent in your spending. So it's the same thing here. You require more to produce, but unfortunately you don't have. So if you don't have, what can you do? You have to manage with the little you have.
All right. So assuming is the other way around, as in the total number of hours required is actually less than the total number of hours available. So how about that?
No limiting factor. They're not limiting. We don't have any problem.
Okay, no problem.
You require 5,000. You have 6,300. In fact, what's going to happen is you have excess capacity. So you need to do something with that excess capacity.
Okay.
So, but in an exam question, it can never be the other way around, because if it is the other way around, then there's no limited factor.
Okay.
You understand, Koka?
Yeah, I get.
Excellent. Good. So let's move. So step 2 is we need to calculate our contribution per unit. We need to calculate our contribution per unit. Okay. So, simple. How can we calculate our contribution per unit?
Sales less variable cost
Sales
per unit.
minus the
Sales per
variable
unit
cost.
less variable cost.
Okay, so we can do it for each of the products. We can do it for M. We can do it for N. So naturally, the contribution per unit, let me just copy it from here. I don't have to type it again. I'll just paste it. So the contribution per unit is naturally the sales per unit less the variable cost per unit. According to our question, what's the sales per unit for each of the product? The sales per unit for M is how much?
40 for M and 30 for N.
Okay, 40. So 40 minus, what's the variable cost per unit for M?
16.
16.
16.
So the contribution per unit for M is 24. What about for N?
30.
Okay, what's the sales for N?
It's 30. 30 minus 15.
Okay, so the sales per unit for N is 30 minus 15.
15.
The variable cost per unit is 15. Okay, so the contribution per unit for M is 24 and for N is 15. To align this to the right, I highlight it. I just click on the alignment to the right. Okay, so we go to step 3. So this is our step 2. Now we've calculated our contribution per unit. The next step is to calculate our contribution per scarce resource. What's our scarce resource? Machine hours. So we calculate our contribution per machine hour. So step 3. Is it raining in your area or what? Mr. Coca, is it raining in your area? Coca, is it raining?
Pardon?
Is it raining in your area? There is noise, background noise.
Yeah. I forgot to mute myself. I just realized.
Okay. So step 3 is contribution per machine hour. Machine hour is the scarce resource. Okay. So we've already calculated our contribution per unit. How can we calculate our contribution per scarce resource? How can we calculate our contribution per machine hour? So it's simple. We use our contribution, okay, our contribution per unit divided by the hours per unit. So our contribution per scarce resource is the contribution per unit. Contribution per unit divided by hours per unit. Okay. So our contribution per unit is here and our hours per unit are also here. So who can give me a formula? Okay, who can give me a formula to calculate our contribution per unit here?
Yes, Musa Fafana.
Yes, go ahead.
Equals to
24. What is 24? Tell me the cell reference.
The contribution for M.
The cell reference.
The cell reference 15 D.
Equals to
15 D.
Is it 15D or D15?
Equals to D15.
Divide by backward slice.
Divided by
This one D5.
Equals to D15.
okay. Okay, we enter.
Yes.
So we have our contribution per scarce resource has 3. And let's replicate. If we replicate,
Mr. Fofana,
yes.
please, would you mind coming back here, please? Sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, would you mind repeating this, please? Sorry.
Yes, we'll do it. Yes. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to calculate our contribution per scarce resource. Our scarce resource is what? Machine hours. Okay? So in order to calculate our contribution per machine hour, we need to look at our contribution per unit, which we have calculated here, divided by our number of machine hours per unit, which is 8 for product M and 3 for product M. So simple. So the contribution per machine hour is equals to the contribution per unit for M divided by the hours per unit for M. We enter. Is it clear now? Yes, divided by that. Okay, does that answer your question? Hello? Hello?
I think it's okay, Mr. Fofana. You can
Okay,
go
fine.
ahead. I
Okay.
don't know the person where I okay.
Okay, good. So now we've calculated our contribution per scarce resource, that is contribution per machine, as 3 and 5 for M and N respectively. And we said that the base of ranking, the base of production is going to be on the contribution per scarce resource. Okay, that will be on the 3 and then on the 5. Is that clear, everybody? Okay, so what I suggest we do is it's almost 5 o'clock. We have about 5 minutes to 5. So I want us to have a break so that for those who want to pray, they can pray, and then we come back because I know that there is no class at 5. So let's have a 15 minutes break. We come back at 10 past 5. Okay, we come back at 10 past 5 and continue with our class so that we can at least finish the limiting factor, the first 2 questions, that's 6A and 6B. When we finish that, then we can call it a day until Tuesday. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It's okay, Mr. Fofana, for me.
Okay.
Can you please repeat? I didn't get you. My network is breaking.
Yes, what I'm saying is it's almost 5 o'clock now. I want us to break so that those who want to pray, they can pray. And
Okay.
we come back at 10 past 5. You got it now?
Okay, that's fine.